All right, hopefully we are back in a second. Starting up the stream. I don't know if I'm live yet, but let's get a new... We got the page counter ready. Boom, page counter is up. We want this to move up. That is way too big. Let's move that down to the bottom. Let's go ahead and shrink this a little bit. Shrink that a little bit. Boom. Well, moving myself around here. Whoop, bumping the mic. I'm a fucking mess. Camera, good. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Let's get the chat up here. Let's get the chat. Let's get the dashboard over here. Got the chapter right there. Let's move the page counter over here, and then let's move the chat. Yay, finally get to the stream. It's fine now. Perfect. Now, I'm going to mute. Let me know if mute works. Okay, I just unmuted. I'm waiting for the chat to catch up to let me know if the mute worked. It worked. Fantastic. Thank you, fam. Popping out the chat, moving it to the side. We're moving chat over to the side. I appreciate everybody's patience tonight. All right, if you are watching this later and you are not watching live, we had a little technical difficulties, but don't worry. We did not start the chapter reaction yet. We're about to get started, all right? I got the page number right over here, okay? That'll tell you the exact page that I'm on. I am not on page 19. I am on page 1, okay? If you're wondering why I'm not showing you the page that I'm on, it is because I don't want to get hit with a copyright strike. If you're wondering why the chat isn't up, it's because YouTube has a new feature that allows you to see the live chat next to the newest live stream. So, chat should be up, live, right next to the video you're watching right now, if you're watching it later. Anyways, live people, what up? Thank you for being here. Don Quixote's here. Tom Evans is here. We got Dave Lee, haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you again. Matthias Alvis, hope I'm saying your name right. We got Mari, or Marin, possibly. 1:30 a.m. in England. God dang. Oh, we got I Do Juegos. What up? Debo, I've seen you a lot recently. Welcome. Glad you're here. Yams, Blair, Master Duel. Master Duel is an OG follower from way back in the day. Been repping Tales of Nerdia since day one. Everybody's here. Golden King. Of course Golden King is here. Golden King is everywhere. The Abrams. Not the Abrams. The Abram. I've been seeing you on the YouTubes. I caught you on that Easy Allies video. I saw you. Alright, guys. I watched your older vids. What happened to the man bun? I got tired of taking care of it, honestly. It was just, it took a lot of time to do in the morning. You know, if I didn't put a little gel in it, I had stray hairs popping up. And then sometimes at night it was uncomfortable. It would like tickle my face. And I didn't like that. I was not down with that. All right, here we go, guys. We're going to get the chapter reaction going. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for the support. Not going to lie to you. Had a bit of a rough week or two. And I wasn't sure if I was going to do chapter reactions this week or next week and all that stuff. But, you know, I'm feeling good. Feeling like I got things straightened out. So, we'll see. We'll see. But for now, feeling good. So let's get to this chapter. I need to take a deep breath real quick before we get into this. Chapter is called Balance. All right? Something we could all use in our lives. A little balance. balance. Here we go. We're on page 1. As a reminder, I'm not looking at the chat. If you do want to grab my attention, you can do a super chat. Not necessary, though. Once we're done with the chapter reaction, I'm going to be in the chat talking with you guys. Here we go. Page 1 of balance. We're in the cafeteria again. The spiders? We see some food. Information is swirling. What is that? A chandelier? A chandelier? I see. Well, that is a problem. Balance is essential. Look at Togashi getting his food wars on, drawing up some food. Not quite as nice as the food in Food Wars manga, though. But, you know, he trying. Page 2 is the manga stream information. Page 3. Who the hell is this? Page 3. There's a finite amount of material wealth to be had. Lost my place. There's a finite amount of wealth to be had, and the more people that need a share, the less your own portion is. For those that have to continue to have with stability, many will ultimately have to go without. That is balance. I mean, this looks like... It looks like the king, but like maybe his grandpa, or the king's dad. He's got his head's all stitched up, but he's got the eggplant-shaped head. Oh, and then I scroll down. Head of the ZU family, O'Neill Longbow, illegitimate half-brother to Nasubi Hyugoro. Fixer, third Prince Zhang Lei. Fixer? What is Fixer? The illegitimate half-brother? Half-brother? The same goes for power, and if anything, it requires even more delicate adjustments to maintain. I'm going to maximize the page here. There we go. From extortion all the way to war, military power is the most effective way to rapidly bring about a redistribution of wealth, which is precisely why those without should never be allowed to obtain power. I wonder if he's also talking about himself in a way here, because he's like illegitimate half-brother. It's kind of like some self-hatred going on here. Not really. Probably reading into that too much. I've never seen Togashi draw a character like this. Not O'Neill Longbow. The girl next to him. It reminds me of someone else's art style. But anyways. Page 4. This is interesting. Okay. Oh, I'm an idiot. Let me go back. Head of the ZU family. O'Neill Longbow, illegitimate half-brother of the king. Fixer, third Prince Zhang Lei. This is the gangs, right, that we're talking about? The gang leaders? Yes, it is. Because I go to the next page and then I see this guy, head of the Cha-er family. Yo, was I like right on the money with this stuff? Because if I go back to page 1, they're talking about the spider, and the spider is essential. And I was talking about in my last chapter reaction that this was going to get back to the heads of the mafia, and then in turn back to the princes. And the head of the mafia getting information on the spider right now. Interesting. Okay, so we're on page 4. The troop does not act with the class and propriety befitting those with power. Even in Meteor City, that lot stuck out for being trouble. Adjusting them would be extremely difficult. They behave like feral savages, taking no care to hide their claws without any thought as to whether they'll live or die. Their infamy is such that even some of our own younger members are secret fans. Head of the Cha family, Brocco Lee. Broccoli? And what is this other guy's name? O'Neill Longbow. Well, I mean, he's got the head of an eggplant, like Nasubi, which is, I believe, eggplant in Japanese. And then this dude, head shaped like broccoli, name straight up Brocco Lee. We'll see how Viz does that. Foo foo foo. They sound a lot like a certain someone who became head of the family by breaking all the rules. Is there something you want me to say? No. Was just saying that even if we do nothing, birds of a feather will inevitably clash someday. What? That's not how the saying goes. So then, it's that someday that will adjust. I like this little cat. That's a weird looking cat. Next page. Page 5. I'm guessing we're going to see the other boss. Oh, maybe not. Alright, they've both summoned someone, it appears. Hey. Yes, sir. Find Hisoka before the spider do. Ooh. We got this lieutenant, Uken. Another lieutenant, Hindigi Bigan, whatever. Rank is Wakigashida, literally young boss, a subordinate boss with his own men. All right. So we got two heads of the mafia sending out their lieutenants or their Wakigashida, going to find Hisoka before the spider do. Dope. Page 6. Oh, Jesus. We got a lot of text here. Gather all the squad leaders from your sectors and tell them we'll give 10 million to anyone who could bring us useful information. Yes, sir. We'll give 10 million to the person that finds Hisoka as well as 10 million to the squad leader of that sector. Make good use of your connections with the laborers and workers. And then the other guy. Get a hold of the Royal Army's passenger list and look for any males traveling alone. If you can't find him there, then look for families of 3 or more that include children and elderly. Hey boss, I heard this Hisoka guy we're looking for is a floor master at Heaven's Arena. I know, his fate with the spider's head was probably set into motion there. I wonder if we'll really be able to catch him. You moron, no one asked you to go that far. I understand the first part, but why the latter? Because it's the most likely place we'd look for him. What else? Because it's, the most unlikely place we'd look for him. What else? Reading comprehension, guys. All right. If you come up without a hit while looking up solo passengers, that means he took great care to remain undetected, which obviously means he's using some kind of ruse. Though the most likely scenario is he's simply stowed away. It would have been very difficult for him to do, but if he succeeded, it will make it very hard for us to find him. Put in a request to the Queen to have her troops patrol and check for people's IDs and tickets. And then they both say at once, just find him, then I'll take it from there. Oh, shit. So possibly these two dudes, these two young bosses, confident Nen users. Confident. We go into page 7, guys. Oh, who's this? First off, allow me to express my gratitude. You truly have my deepest thanks. This is the head of the Hale family, Hale Lee family. Morena Prude. Level 45? What does that mean? Illegitimate daughter of Nasubi, the king, and his mistress. Oh, shit. Though I was ordered into this death match, you've still decided to stay by my side. For that, I am deeply indebted to you. Even though I am inexperienced and still but a potential successor. But I don't give a damn about this world or anything or anyone in it, including myself. I think I read those out of order. Allow me to you truly have my deepest thanks, even though I am inexperienced and still but a potential successor. Though I was ordered into this deathmatch, still decided to stay by my side. So, let's tear it to the ground one way or the other. What? Illegitimate daughter. So she's included? Is that what she's saying? Even though I'm inexperienced and still but a potential successor, though I was ordered into this death match, you've still decided to stay by my side. For that I am deeply indebted to you all. Huh. So either she's included or she means like I was forced to be on this boat because of this whole deathmatch situation. But because she is the daughter and not the like half brother like the other guy who is related to the king, maybe she is included because she's an illegitimate daughter. I don't know. That's what it sounds like. With we 23 here. Oh my god. What are you doing, Togashi? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and then she's 23. Why are you adding more characters? This is insane. This is insanity. Now, as promised, I shall grant you all power. Come here one by one. What the fuck? So she kisses this girl. Page 9. Let's see what's going to happen. Oh boy. Is this some Nen baptism going on here? Ability name. Etude of love. Bacterial contamination. Through Morena, member Zero's saliva, more members are created, up to a maximum of 23 people, including herself. When a member kills someone, they level up, increasing their aura capacity and power. Once they pass level 20, their individual unique power will manifest. Once reaching level 100, that member can also become member Zero, capable of creating their own community. Whoa. That's an intense ability, but you have to... When a member kills someone, they level up, increasing their aura capacity and power. Once they pass level 20, their individual unique power will manifest. Once they reach level 100, that member can also become member Zero, capable of creating their own community. So she was, if we go back a couple pages, level 45. Yeah, 45. So because she's doing this and creating her own community, and she's not over level 100, we could assume that this is her base power. This is her original ability. It was never passed down yet, or she didn't gain this ability from someone else. But if one of her members here reaches level 100, they can also create a group of 22 other people to give this power to, which is interesting, if I'm reading this correctly. Their individual unique power will manifest. Okay, just want to make sure I'm understanding that correctly. Regular people are worth 1 level. Nen users are worth 10. So if you kill 2 Nen users, and at least, well, it says you have to pass level 20, not once you get to level 20. So if you kill 2 Nen users and then 1 normal person, you're at level 21, and then your individual unique power will manifest. If you kill a prince, you will gain 50 levels. I will pray for you through your brave battles. Bon voyage. And every time they kill someone, their aura and power increases. Their aura capacity and power increases. God dang. God dang. That's a pretty dope ability. I really like this. It's got complexity. It's got a lot of potential, you know, and it can just build and build and build. If you just went on like a murder spree, killed 100-something people, you could already... I mean, I wonder if you have to kill them bare hands or with your own nen or something. Like, what if you, like, blew up a building, right? Would that count? I wonder. I ponder these things. I went to page 10. We're going to page 11. Second Raker? Second Raker? What does that mean? A portmanteau of second rank and faker. It refers to descendants of the king who cannot become legitimate heirs to the throne. Upon birth, their faces are slashed with 2 razors. They are permitted to live under the condition they can never make any kind of appearance in politics or the public eye. 2 slashes making the kanji for 2 for second rate. I did see those slashes. Hers go down her eye. God dang. But you don't see them in the later panels. Yeah, on page 10, you don't see her scars. And it's on her left side of her face, and they're not there. Come on, Togashi. Come on. Come on, bro. How could you fuck that up so quickly? I mean, yeah, it's like kind of her hair is in the way, but like not really. That shit is a big scar. No, and it's going right in the... Come on, Togashi. And then in a later pic, it's like this part of her eye, and then it's like the end of her eye in later pictures. But anyways, I just want to look at the other dudes real quick. Let's go back to page 3. His are across his head. Oh. And then Broccoli has it too. But it doesn't ever say his relation. It doesn't say Broccoli's affiliation to the family. It just says that he's head of the mafia and he's a fixer for the 7th prince. And then if we go back to page 3, O'Neill Longbow is a fixer. She is a fixer. Interesting. We're going to move on in a second. Just want to make sure I got my info right. Descendants of the king who cannot become legitimate heirs to the throne. Okay, so she's not actually participating in a sense that she can get the throne. But I want to know what... I'm guessing by his hair, Broccoli is somehow related to Lucidus, and he's some, like... Well, no, that wouldn't make sense. Whatever. Let's move on. He's got similar hair to Lucidus. But why would he be illegitimate if he was blood related to Lucidus? Anyways, they selfishly give life to a child, then doubt it, shun it, hurt it, then allow its existence. It's so absurd. We're on page 12, by the way. It's so absurd you could laugh. But I like this scar. Without it, I would have tipped even closer towards death. But thanks to this scar, I have found my balance. Ooh, I like that panel. Shows her feet there. And you got the white panel, the black panel. Very nice. Very nice. Next. Page 13. Oh dear. In order to rip down this shithole of a world. There's a lot going on here. I'm going to zoom. Okay, we got like some scenes of war, starving children, people hanging. You've got a naked lady as a fruit platter for some businessman. Looks like you got some terrorists about to execute people. Interesting. We got a big bird yelling at a little bird. Very cruel world, guys. The world is cruel. Big birds be yelling at little birds, you know? I can't tell what that is there. You got storms, you got pollution, you got people dying in hospital beds. A lot of pollution, yep. I have found some will to live. Yo, this bitch crazy. Makes sense that she's working with the Fourth Prince. Page 14. Here we go. Cha family controls all commodities on the 5th deck. Yep. The ZU family makes their money off the distribution of people and goods. The distribution of people and goods on deck 4. And the Hale Lee family's main source of income comes from mediating secret deals with the upper decks. All right. Back to the Phantom Troop. Here we go, guys. I wasn't sure if we were going to get to see these guys again so soon. That's great. Nobunaga says, so we're leaving the 5th deck to the Boar family and checking deck 4. Before that, I need to procure a weapon from the warehouse. I'll come along. There's something I want as well. I'm coming too. The sword umbrella I stashed among the black market goods is very important to me. Why is it important to you? Was it because your mother or sister, Kikyo Zoldyck, gave it to you? What? Just kidding. Actually, if you guys don't know that theory, it's the theory that Phaeton is possibly a Zoldyck because Kikyo, in the Hunter x Hunter data book, it says that Kikyo, Killua's mom, is from Meteor City and all that. And then there's just like Phaeton can also do like the claw thing with his hands that Killua does, but you know, that it's just a theory. It's just a theory. And I'm just joking about the umbrella thing. But I am curious why it's so important to him. What, you guys babysitting me now? I guess you could say that. Like hell you are. I'm going alone. Nope. You yourself once acknowledged Hisoka's ability as superior to your own, so we'll all hunt him together with all of our strength. I'm not going to let him think for a minute that he's got even the slightest chance. Nobunaga's just kind of staring. Phaeton says, killing him is top priority. We'll worry about who and how after. That don't make no sense, Phaeton. Killing him's top priority. We'll worry about who and how after? But if he's already dead, then who and how is settled. Finding Hisoka is your top priority, you silly goose. Page 15, here we go. I like seeing these three together. Ooh, all right. We're going to a dark corner of the deck. That black market, that warehouse. See some, look like some mafia members as the troop approaches. I heard from the others. You're the troop, right? What are you looking for? A katana and an umbrella. They got mixed in with the black market stock. Page 16. This way. He's leading them down a path. Whoa! Nobunaga stopping them. Be careful. He disappeared. In an instant. From my N. Ho 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 ho. Shit. Scroll down a bit. You're right. I don't sense his presence at all. Oh boy. Oh boy. They're in trouble. I mean, probably not. Because they're, powerful. But maybe we'll get some action. Page 17. He's gone. Down this way is a dead end. Oh, some noise behind them. Just now, that came from the path we just took. What is happening? Page 18. Let's see what's happening. I'm going to change the page number first before I click in case something crazy pops up. Page 18. Dead. What the hell? The mafia soldier who disappeared in the dead end somehow slipped past us and now has shown up as a corpse. Whoop. Whoop. I don't know if I'm supposed to gain something by seeing these white circles on the floor. I mean, I noticed them, but I thought it's just like the lights above them. But we'll see. Ah, well, he's dead. Not much we can do about that. We'll keep looking on our own. Hello? You're just gonna leave him here like that? What? It's not like a corpse can help us, and it's not like we can very well call for someone else, can we? Let's worry about finding our katana and umbrella first. You've got some serious problems with your priorities. Yeah. I'm one of the problems. Really? Me? Whoa! Something happening. Something happening above them. So was that the noise earlier? You see that little bubble. On page 17 of the left panels, the panels on the left, if you go down to the third one, you see like that little bubble behind them of a noise. I wonder if you see it as the guy rounds the corner. You don't. Okay. Page 18, let's go to page 19. This guy's like ripping a hole through time and space right now, right above Nobunaga. Click. Ah, we don't get to see it. Now we're on deck 3. Regular passenger area. Page 19. No, you can't come through. This area is off limits until we're done investigating the scene. Ooh, what happened, baby? Ooh, we got Mizai. What's the number of casualties? 20. They disguised themselves as a royal soldier, snuck into the room, and quickly started killing. Were they a Nen user? That's still uncertain. The murder weapon was a blade, and there were no traces of any ability being used. So it simply might have been a random attack. Were there any witnesses? There's a survivor who happened to be at the scene. I'm guessing this is the... what was her name? Morena? One of her people? Is what I'm thinking. The, the lady who's in charge of the Fourth Prince's mafia people. I'm guessing this is one of her people. Killed 20 people. He got 20 points right there. There's a survivor who happened to be at the scene. The criminal was a man in his 20s, slim build, around 185 to 190 centimeters with a large crescent-shaped scar on his left cheek. Let me click here and go back. Right-click, open new tab, go back a couple pages, go back a couple pages, and look at her people real quick. Page 9. Nope, page 8. Okay, yeah, this is one of her people. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the 5th one from the left, or second from the right in the top row. It's got the crescent scar right there. Killing people. All right, close that tab. Boom. But we've canvassed the area around the scene, and there's been no other witness testimony about a man like that. The survivor's testimony was also rather vague and seemed to wander a lot, though it's also very likely that he's confused due to the shock of the incident. I'd like to hear his story myself, says Mizai. I should keep that tab open, just so I can continue to peek at that cast of fucking 22 new characters. Ridiculous. I'm clicking back and forth to see if the guy who's reporting to Mizai looks like one of them. But I don't think he does. Like, he looks similar to one of them, but not enough. All right, here we go. Page 20. 2-0. Oh, here's the Crescent guy. He's right here. Guess I didn't need to waste time clicking back to other tabs. Nobunaga thinks Phaeton. And this guy's name is Louisney. Louisney. Looney. I'm going to call him Looney. Because it's like Luna for the moon, but Looney. We're going to call this guy Looney. So, they just calmly ignored my little prank. I'd expect nothing less from the infamous spiders. They send such a chill up my spine. This is why I really admire them. Let us destroy this world together. The Watcher in the attic creeps in closer. Watcher in the Attic is a famous Edogawa Rampo mystery novel that was also made into a film. Oh boy, is that the end of the chapter? That was page 20. Click. That is the end of the chapter. So Hisoka, nowhere in sight at the moment. Oh my god, so many characters. I mean, Togashi did warn us that things were going to get crazy. Princes, the Mafia, the Spider. What's going to happen next? He definitely just stepped it up a notch. And now we have a whole plot line with just one of the 22 characters of... I need to remember her name. Morena. Morena Prude and her 22 goons. Now one of them has their own plot line with the Phantom Troop. Oh my god. It's going to be a bloodbath. It's a dang bloodbath. I do like some of these character designs, though, on this page. Not too shabby. Morena or Camilla? Asked Golden King. I'm going with Morena. She seems a little more, not humble, but a little more reserved, you know? Camilla is just like outright biatch, you know? This woman, she's got some followers. She's giving them all kisses, you know? It's very nice of her. She also hasn't had an easy life, you know? They fucking cut her face, alright? She is shunned. I feel some sympathy for her. Camilla, I don't care. I'm all about the Morena. This is turning into Game of Thrones. Yes. I really wanted to do like a Game of Thrones intro to one of my videos, but I know it would take forever because I wanted to edit like the entire intro to where, you know, once it moves to a city and it shows like the buildings popping up, I wanted to like edit characters popping up and things like that. And then for the actual song, I just wanted to do it, would you call it a cappella? If I was just making this song with mouth noises, where I was I really wanted to do that. But that would take too long, and I'm not very good at editing. Finks kisses Crollo. What are you talking about, Don Quixote? What are you saying? I wonder who will Morena kiss from the main cast. Well, see, here's the interesting thing. If I go back to... So, this guy, Looney, Mr. Looney Tunes, who's warping around the place, he has his own ability. But this says that once she kissed them, once you pass level 20, their individual unique... Oh, he reached level 21 is what it showed. Their individual unique power will manifest. So it looks like he reached level 20 by killing a bunch of people in that room, and then his power manifested. There you go, Tommy. He got to level 21. You're right. Blair says Hisoka could be disguised as one of the 23. I mentioned this in my last video. There's a lot of people speculating that Hisoka is disguised as someone. And we've never seen him do that before. I mean, it's likely that he is disguised. That would be a great way to be hidden. But I don't see the benefit of him being like... Or how he would get in, I don't know. I don't think he's disguised as one of the main cast, not like the main four, you know. I don't think he's Bill. I don't think he's one of the prince's guards or anything like that. I don't think he's Bellorante or one of these 23. I think he's just disguised as a civilian, and he will pop up eventually. We shall see. Tom Evans, that's a good point. Do you think if somebody leaves a community as a level 100 to become a member 0, their level and powers carry over or reset? Because the latter means she might not be the OG owner. Let me read this again. Bacterial contamination. Through Morena, member Zero's saliva more members are created. It's hard to tell. I would assume that this is her original ability. But I would think that... Why would she only be level 45? It's very hard to decide. I'd like to see the Viz translation before, like, I make a determination, you know? Keep reading. Their individual unique power will manifest once reaching level 100. that member can also become member 0, capable of creating their own community. Jesus Christ, with the updates that can't install. Windows. You did this to me last time. I already uninstalled that fucking printer. Stop reminding me. How do I turn off this damn notification? I don't know. Whatever. I would think it's her own ability because the ability reflects her worldview, anarchy. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm thinking Hisoka will appear as an upper-class VIP guest in the second deck. He's very seductive and cocky. He has a Bungie D. So a richer lady might invite him as her boyfriend or something. Dr. Dre, you crazy. What if someone reaches level 100 and then Morena dies? Could the contamination still spread if her Nen gets stronger after death? I would assume so. I would assume that once someone is a level 100, that, like, they now have the ability called Member 0. So even if the original owner dies... Now remember, Nen doesn't always become stronger after death. Sometimes it just disappears. But if her will and her emotion is strong enough during death, then it can continue. So it would depend on the situation surrounding her death. Does she remind you of Gyro? In a sense, I guess. I think Gyro had more of a tortured past from what we've learned so far. Gyro had loyal followers like she did. Trying to take down the world, you know, with drugs. With her, it's this bacteria Nen. Yeah, this is a bacteria, so it wants to spread and spread and spread. So she'll always be a member 0. If others become a member 0, they can infect more people, give them the chance to get, you know, power and Nen and gain an ability. It's a very dangerous ability. I really like this ability. But at the same time, I have enjoyed all the different parties involved in this ship. This is getting crazy to introduce this at this time. But it's also good to mix things up with the troop. They're not just searching after Hisoka. There's other variables involved with their search. If her... Oh, you know what I didn't check and I hadn't been paying attention to is if there was any super chats. I don't think there are. Okay, there aren't. Just checking. Just want to make sure in case I didn't want to leave anybody out. By the way, 129 people watching. That's pretty dope. Make that 128. I saw a question earlier. And her being level 45 means if she kills a prince, she'll jump to 95. Yes. I wonder what happens since she's already a member 0. What happens if she reaches level 100? I think it's just her power continues to increase. Her capacity or whatever it said. Her aura capacity and power overall continues to increase. It doesn't say what type of Nen this is. It doesn't say if she's a conjurer, specialist. Seems very specialist. It's called an infection, but no negatives are explained. Do you think the ability of Morena's has some nasty side effects? Well, in order for it to work, other people have to die. So that's one negative. Not for the people who have the bacteria, but for other people who encounter someone with the bacteria, they gonna die. See a few people saying manipulator, but it seems like her community of 23 people don't have the ability yet. They're already followers of her, and she is just granting them this ability. Unless it's like slightly like she has kissed them, given them the ability, and now she's giving the command to like go and kill people. But I think because they're her followers and part of this mafia, they probably would have already done that. I was thinking more of emitter because she is like granting her nen to other people in a way. So she is sending her nen off from herself. But I'm leaning very heavily towards specialist. Swag Goat with the $2 super chat. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. We all await for the anime to continue, lol. It's going to be a long time, guys. It's going to be a long time. If you do the math on it, there were, I believe, 369 chapters. No, that's incorrect. That's very incorrect. There were 339 chapters that were turned into an anime. That was 339 chapters divided by... Fucking work. 339 chapters divided by... What is the anime? 148 episodes? Which means that's how many chapters equals one episode of anime. Right now, so let's just round that off, 2.29, right? Right now, we have about 38 chapters, 39 chapters. We'll say 39 unanimated chapters divided by 2.29. So right now we have enough for 17 episodes, give or take one or two episodes here or there. Some people will say, well, it's very dialogue heavy. That could stretch out an episode. You could do one chapter is a full episode. I'm just going based on the average for Hunter x Hunter 2011. Based on that average, we only have enough content right now for 17 episodes of an anime. So it's going to be a long-ass time. 147 chapters. You mean episodes? 345 chapters? Can Togashi ever top the highs of the Ant arc? Asked Golden King. I think he's on his way to doing that, honestly. Like, I don't know what it was like to read the Chimera Ant arc, because once I watched the 1999 anime and the OVA a long-ass time ago, the Chimera Ant arc was still going. I checked it out. I saw the art wasn't that great and that it wasn't complete, so I kind of put it off. Once the Hunter x Hunter 2000... I know that there were some chapters left out, pages left out of the 2011 anime. They also had like 2 filler episodes. I'm just giving an average, guys. I'm just giving an average, okay? If we take into consideration all the pages they might have missed or things that they extended, we can assume that the same thing could happen in this arc, where certain pieces that might have not been as important as we first thought are left out, or maybe they expand on things. We're just doing an average here. If it gets the 2011 anime treatment, right now we have about 17, 18, maybe 16 episodes worth of content. Anyways, what was I saying? Someone had asked, can he top the Ant arc? Was that what I was saying? I think so. I think he's on his way to doing that. So I didn't read the Chimera Ant arc once the 2011 anime came along. That's how I consumed the Chimera Ant arc. And, during the hiatus, while that was being created in manga form, that arc, I'm sure it was very stressful for a lot of people, and they were frustrated at the pacing and things like that, which I also see people expressing for this arc. And I get it. I get it. We want to see the characters that we love. We want to see what they're up to. We want to see the Phantom Troop. It's taken a long time. Now we're finally getting to the Phantom Troop. We want to see where the hell is Hisoka on this boat. You know, we got this awesome story going on with Beyond wanting to go to the Dark Continent, Jing and Pariston being involved. We want to see what's happening with them. So, we're getting a little impatient. Some people are getting impatient, and they think this arc is slow. I believe that, and I'm not going to say that it's objectively good. That doesn't make sense. It's all subjective. But I think if people consume this all as one arc, or when it's finally in anime form, the way this arc is shaping up, it's going to be fantastic. And people will love it. Because I'm blown away. And I think Togashi is a madman for what he has done in this chapter. With this ability, we can go on for another 10, 15 chapters on just what's going to happen based on Morena's ability and how it's going to affect the troop, how the Mafia trying to hunt down Hisoka is going to work out. It's getting insane. And if he's able to tie all of these things together and one, catalyst, something, like Hisoka becoming a catalyst for things going insane on the first floor, even though he's on the fourth floor, the third floor or something. It's just, if he's able to tie this all together, put a nice little bow on it, he's a genius. Or we could end up with something very anticlimactic, and none of this matters, and all of the characters we love are still alive by the end of it, and then they take a nice little trip to the Dark Continent. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think he's going to pull this off. Paper Chow, I believe it's Chow. Paper Chow, you stop with that nonsense. Imagine if Togashi does a Bleach 4-chapter finish. That's because Bleach got canceled. Hunter x Hunter's not getting canceled. Have you seen the manga sales? Even though he's only releasing one volume a year, look at those manga sales, man. Through the fucking roof. I got that new manga. Ugh. If you guys didn't know. Sorry, Dolphin-san. Boom. I've had this as my background on my phone since... Can you see that? There you go. I've had it as my background on my phone ever since the cover was revealed. And I refused to change it until I got this volume in my hands. Oh man, it's so beautiful. But if you didn't know, this came out a couple days ago. Or like last week. Last week on Tuesday. So good. That's Togashi. Thinking about bowling. Nice little picture of Machi. I really hate how he spells these characters' names. Like, what the fuck? Maddie. This is Maddie. Oh, so you know what? I never really thought about it, but I guess he did give us their last names, but we never got them in katakana. Cianorc. Cianorc? Also picked up this. Spirit Circle Volume 2. Very good manga. You should check that out. I've had this for like 2 weeks. I was reading a little bit of it yesterday. Good shit. I like it so far. I need to rearrange these shelves. Now I'm just stacking shit on top of each other. Oh, fuck. Almost knocked over my second monitor here. Do you think Hisoka will kill Kaluto? I hope not. I want to see more of what Kaluto's, what's going on with Kaluto. Why she's so obsessed with getting her brother back. Give me 2 seconds. Don't mind me, guys. I'm just filling up my vape. Because I'm a fucking idiot. Do you think Togashi will be able to do 10 more chapters this year? Or we done till next year? We'll see. I think it's possible. You know, I'm pretty sure he's been doing better. I think his health has been doing better. I believe I read an article that said, like, he participated in a marathon recently. You know, a lot of manga authors, some of them aren't married, don't have kids. I think a good majority of them are just young and they don't have a lot of shit going on in their lives. Togashi has, I'm pretty sure, 2 kids. You know, and he's married. He's got shit going on in his life. So I get that he can't do it every week. And because of all the health problems, makes sense, you know? I get it. I understand. Shit. I've even had problems just getting out one fucking video a week talking about someone's manga as opposed to creating my own original works. You know what I mean? I get it. I mean, I also work a full-time job, but, you know, shit is stressful. Sometimes you just want to play Monster Hunter, or in his case, he wants to play Dragon Quest. But I think he's doing a lot better, and I'm pretty sure I saw that he was, you know, training for marathons, and he actually did one. So if we get a break in 2 more chapters, and he is not, and he goes on hiatus in 2 more chapters, I'm pretty confident we'll get 10 more before the end of the year. I don't think it'll ever be normal where it's just like he's releasing chapters every week for long stretches of time. But I'm definitely expecting a hiatus in 2 chapters. And just in case you guys didn't know, if you put @Tales of Nerdia, it puts it in orange on my screen. I don't think it does for you guys. I'm not sure. But it puts it in orange on my screen, so I'm mostly looking at those for people asking questions. I'm happy with 10 chapters a year. I view it like a monthly release that happens all at once. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, with the monthly ones, though, you usually get more pages. I'm pretty sure that, like, those monthly magazines, I think they're closer to, like, 30 or 40 pages. Not 100% sure. Golden King says, no sake today. No, I'm actually trying to take care of myself a little more. So, not going to be drinking for a long time. I'm going to give up this very soon. I have some Nicorette gum, which has helped me quit this in the past. Because even though this is nice to help you quit smoking cigarettes or to just avoid it in general, if that's your thing, it's definitely habit forming. So I got that Nicorette gum. Going to start eating better, exercising more. So for now, no sake. Golden King says Dolphin-san over Tales of Nerdia. Really? This thing? I can deflate. I will deflate him. All right? Where is it? Right here. Okay? This is his lifeline. I will take him down. Morena is sleeping with Terror Sandwich since Togashi, making this arc feel like Game of Thrones. Debo, that's entirely possible. Paper Chow, what's your Nen type and ability? So I've explained this before. I have a hard time sleeping. Sometimes it's because of like medical issues that I have. Like I have some nerve damage in my legs, right? And they tingle. So sometimes as I fall asleep, my legs twitch, right? Or sometimes just like my mind is going a million miles an hour. I also have a knee injury that causes me inflammation. I've had surgery on it before, and it's just a problem, right? And sometimes it bothers me at night. So my Nen category is Manipulator. My ability is called Nightcap. It does involve conjuring, so I conjure this Nightcap. Am I technically a manipulator? I don't know. Maybe I'm just a conjurer. I'm a conjurer. But here's the Nen ability, alright? I summon a Nightcap, little hat. Imagine the little hat that Naruto wears on his head when he's sleeping. Oh, I guess I can close this Word document, huh? Bam. So imagine the little hat that Naruto wears. It's got a little timer on it, a little dial. I could turn that dial. It sets a timer. And then when I press the button, I instantly fall asleep for that amount of time and wake up refreshed. Okay? So, if I set it for an hour, that doesn't mean I'm going to feel like I got 8 hours of sleep. But at night, I can go to bed and say, I need to fall asleep right now, and I want to get my solid 8 hours of sleep. Turn the dial to 8 hours, boop, I'm asleep. Here's where things get interesting. I can set the dial before I put it on my head. Because what I'm going to do is put it on someone else's head, boom, hit the button, now they're asleep. Nothing they can do. Puts them also in a state of Zetsu. The hat can only be removed by me. So if I get that hat on you and I put you to sleep, you're done. You're done. Night, night. All right? Have you seen the Hunter x Hunter Cafe in Japan? I saw that there was one, but I did not see any pictures or anything like that. I saw an announcement that there was going to be one of those in Japan, though, which is pretty sweet. Don Quixote has Conqueror's Haki. You brought up Terror Sandwich and Morena. If you had to guess, what do you think their relationship is actually like? They both seem like loners to me. Yeah, what's weird is that Broccoli looks like Lucidus, and in a way, her physical appearance reminds me of the Fourth Prince, even though it says she is just an illegitimate daughter. My brother is texting me, asking me if it's time to play Overwatch. I'm live streaming right now, but will play in like 30 minutes, maybe. Silent phone. Yes, I play Overwatch. I only just started playing about 2 months ago. My brother got it for me for my birthday because him and my cousin have been playing, and also my brother-in-law and some of my brother's friends who I know, and I'm enjoying it a lot. Anyways, Hunter x Hunter. So, in a way, their relationship seems like they share more than just the same dad, but that wouldn't be the case. That wouldn't make sense. So what is their relationship? I would think that, I mean, I just feel like you have to earn the fourth prince's respect by showing some sort of determination and intelligence because of how he treated those two girls that were brought to him that he ended up killing. And he was just upset that they, all they cared about was like shopping and whatever, and said, oh, they don't listen to this person or they never read this. So you kind of have to earn his respect. So in a way, this girl, Morena, has somewhat earned his respect. Theta has earned his respect in a way because, he looks at himself as like, I should be the king. So it's not like he sees them on equal terms to him, just that, kind of a respect in the sense of like, I'm not going to kill you, I guess. He had some sort of line, I believe, in previous chapters that said like there's two kinds of people. It's like trash and something else. I don't remember what it was, but he must see them as that something else that isn't complete trash. Oh, man. I forgot tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day. I was going to wear this on stream the whole time. Bam. Here we go. Let's move this down, scoot down. There we go. Happy St. Patty's Day, motherfuckers. There you go, Fran. Trash and useful trash. So, Morena is just useful trash for the fourth prince. Thank you. Looney gonna get used as the Nav of the Dark Continent or this arc once he gets captured. Well, Nav is involved in the Dark Continent. He's involved in transportation of goods in a way. So he is involved. I mean, I think the troop is going to take out this guy, Tom Evans, respect. I'm half Irish. Love from the UK. I've got Irish in me. I'm like a quarter Irish, a little more than a quarter Italian, also Russian, and then like the other part is just like all over the place. But my great grandparents on my dad's side came from Russia in the late 1800s and came into, I forget if it was New York or New Jersey, but like my grandparents are from New Jersey, or I'm sorry, New York. And then all of my immediate family is from New York. But it's my dad's mom. Her grandparents came from Russia. So my great-great-grandparents came from Mother Russia, which is probably why I like vodka. That's a stereotype. I understand. It's all right. I'm allowed to say it. I'm a quarter Russian. And I'm not a spy. Maybe. Do. You're white, bud. Just say you're white. You're right. That's true. All over the place. But a lot of white people don't know their background. I did the Ancestry.com thing. I already knew Italian. I assumed Irish just because I'm a redhead. I did not know Russia until I found a family tree. I tell you, this was like it was like a movie, right? I was living with my parents after college, and we were cleaning out part of the house, like the guest room. So We moved a ton of stuff like into the main living area and had the front door open because it was nice and cool outside. And on the bookshelf was a ton of just a stack of crap. And like the wind blew through the front door, knocked over a ton of stuff. And I pick it all up and I found an old ass family tree on this like brown paper. And it dated back to the late 1800s. And it showed like date of birth, their names, the cities they were from, and then it showed like what, like, not boat they took. I don't know. It showed where my great grandparents like landed, and when they moved from New Jersey to New York. It was pretty cool. It was pretty dope. But I also did the Ancestry.com thing because my mom is adopted, so we didn't know her background. So that was another reason I was interested in doing it. Tom Evans says, yes, important to know your roots. Redheads are descended from native Britons, and so can be anyone from the UK. Interesting. I didn't know that. But yeah, so my Ancestry.com thing was pretty much like, mostly, like, it was like 30-something% Italian, like 25% Irish, 25% Russian, and then a whole lot of other stuff. One of it said, one of the things it listed was European Jew, which I thought was pretty funny. But, I mean, my dad's side of the family is Jewish, but I just thought it was funny that that was like an identifier, was European Jew. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Golden King. One Piece power levels shit on Hunter x Hunter. Meruem is fodder. Hold up for a second. Hold up. I don't like to get into power discussions. And for the most part, you are correct. But Meruem is fodder? If you're gonna cross two different anime, two different manga, two different stories, two different worlds, when worlds collide, you know what I mean? When you're going to do that, you can't take into account that, like, oh, well, since the One Piece characters don't know Nen, they can't see Nen. You know, you can't take that into account. You just have to throw that out the window. Well, Meruem doesn't know hockey, so he can't fight against hockey. You can't go into that. You can't take that into account. Look at Meruem's speed. Look at Meruem's speed post Rose. The way that he just zipped out of the palace and all of a sudden he was behind Knuckle and just did a little boop and knocked him out. That's what he did. Boop. I wouldn't say he's fodder. You're taking it too far, Golden King. Don Quixote says Meruem is technically fodder because he's low class in the Dark Continent. He's not low class, he's B class. And that's just their danger level overall. So that depends on, you know, their speed of what is it called? Not replication, but, you know, how many of them there are, like in a group, and things like that. There's a lot of other variables that go into the threat level of something. So that isn't necessarily a measure of their power. And Meruem was like a chimera ant, like ascended. You know? He's like Goku saying this is to go even further beyond. Alright? Shizuku will be fodder soon enough. I agree. Yeah. No one in One Piece aged a enemy 100 years by staring at them, though. That's true. I think. One Piece is so long, it may have happened. Let me just throw this out there. Mad respect to anyone who covers One Piece because there's so much to that series. I don't know how people do it. Excuse me. Togashi would not even give Sis straight up power levels. He never does. Never even give Sis? Give us? He's given us some numbers, which is interesting. Like when Gon was facing off against Knuckle. I like that. Oh, boom. Check that out. Got that Pokemon cup. Look at fucking Tepig. What a stupid looking Pokemon. Oshawott? Adorable. Tepig? Ugh. Where's that other dude? And whatever the fuck his name is. Ugh. What a terrible generation. Of starters. I don't even remember what generation they're from. I'm not even that big, that giant of a Pokemon fan. So, take what I say with a little bit of salt. With a grain of salt. Yes, Medoem was the culmination of potential of their whole race. A god of the ants. I think we could assume he himself was an A-level threat. Yep. Definitely an A-level threat to the Shonen Jump aesthetic. You know what I mean? Told everybody else, hey, step up your game when it comes to writing your antagonists. You know what I mean? Here's one thing that's been on my mind recently with antagonists. So, I really like Boku no Hero Academia, and I did not enjoy the Overhaul arc. There were bits of it that I really did enjoy. Overall, as an arc, I was not satisfied. I didn't really care that much about Overhaul. They gave me backstory on Overhaul too late. Why should I care about this character right as the final battle is happening and right as he's about to be defeated? Why should I care now about Overhaul or be interested in his backstory? All it really did was say, hey, there's more going on and, Overhaul isn't that important. Like, his character design was dope. And then the other people he had around him all had similar like plague doctor masks. Like, mix it up with the masks. You know what I mean? But overall, Overhaul didn't get enough development before they all rushed in to go fight him. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. Anime. Okay. My bad. I forgot. I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. That's my fault. That's my bad. I just assume that people read the manga. That's my fault. All right? I feel legitimately bad about that. I'm not an anime only. As soon as I saw the first season of My Hero Academia, I jumped on that shit. Because I was like, oh my god, this is dope. And I started reading. I'm really sorry. The point I was getting at. Let's leave out other manga. My bad, guys. How long were you guys telling me to shut up? Okay, it was a few people. I'm sorry, guys. Here's the point I was getting at. Develop your villains more. Show them interacting with their underlings. I guess that's really it. Give your villains more character. Like, fuck. When I look at other shows and it's just like, here's the villain, let's show them doing something bad, let's occasionally flash back to them for story purposes so we know what's developing on their side, but why are you not developing the actual character? Why are they doing what they are doing? That's a problem I have with Genthuru. I need to go back and check. I did enjoy Alexander's videos on Genthuru and how, he kind of served his purpose as the villain for that arc, for the Greed Island arc. But, like, if he knew, let's say Genthuru knew that you would be able to take cards out from Greed Island and bring them to the real world, what cards did he want and why did he want them? You know what I'm saying? Like, if they would have just given him a better reason for doing what he is doing, he could have been much more interesting. Or just gave him character quirks, that are interesting. Because Hisoka, his backstory, his whole thing is just like, I just like to fight strong people. But he himself has mannerisms and just traits about him that are fun and interesting to see unfold. And he is a bit unpredictable. I agree, Genthuru didn't need to be a complex villain. He didn't need to be complex. But he needed to be more than he was. I don't need something on the level of Meruem or the Phantom Troop. But so yeah, I see Chicken Little, same thing. He didn't need to be developed. He's just a simple guy. Then I'm simply uninterested. It's kind of how it goes, He could have just it could have just been, don't even show me his backstory or give me details on why he's doing what he's doing. But, like, give him more personality then, What does he like to do? Kill people? That's it? Develop his relationship with his two cronies a little more, maybe. What's their relationship like? I don't know. I mean, clearly because their nen is, like, tied together where they have to put, like, their thumbs together, whatever, to, like, detonate, I think. Or was that a lie? I think that was a lie. I don't remember. But, give me something a little more. That's what I'm getting at. And then I started ranting about Boku no Hero Academia not fleshing out its villains more. And I still think that's a problem. Boku no Hero Academia, unfortunately, has been disappointing me. I stopped reading after the most recent arc, not because I'm going to drop it, but I'm just going to let it go for a while and then come back to it and binge it a little bit. But I do enjoy a lot of the characters. I really enjoy a lot of the heroes. The only villain that I have genuinely enjoyed has been Stain, and then some people that will show up in the next season of the anime. Really just like one or two villains. But anyways. Oh my god, I want to be a hero. Wah, wah, wah. I know a lot of people don't like Deku. I like him for the most part. He is a crybaby, but not a crybaby, but he's always thinking. He's introspective, I like that he studies other heroes and learns about them. He also trains like a motherfucker, which is great. He's just sitting in his chair. Looks like he's just chilling in his chair, but he's actually, like, hovering above his chair because he's, like, training that core strength, training his legs too. That's dedication. Oh, dang, I see some trash talk about Whole Cake Island arc, worst arc ever. Damn. Harsh words. Don Quixote says whole trash island. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't go that far, but it's too long. I was disappointed in the Luffy verse. The hell's his name? The guy that Luffy just fought. What the hell is his name? Oh my god. Brother. Oh my god. You know, the guy that Luffy just fought. Katakuri, thank you. I like Katakuri. Thought he was pretty cool. Disappointed in how that fight ended, though. Overall, Whole Cake's decent, but I've been ready for it to end for a while. The whole infiltration at the wedding was cool. I like that part a lot. The most recent chapter, not this week, I didn't read this week's yet, but last week's chapter was good. But yeah, unfortunately, since the time skip, One Piece has not really, gotten its claws into me in a while. I also don't watch the anime, so I dropped the anime. I only read the manga because the anime has terrible pacing. It's just fucking awful. So I don't know if I'll ever watch the anime ever again. So I'll just stick to the manga. Would you watch... Hold on. I know I missed a question back here. How are you liking Monster Hunter? I love it. I haven't played it in a while just because I've been trying to get to bed earlier because I don't sleep a lot. And I usually only play with my cousin who is in Central Time. He gets off from work several hours later than me. So, I can only play with him on his 2 days off. But even on those days, sometimes I'm just not in the mood to play. So I haven't been playing as much recently. Life has been getting in the way. But I have 130 hours in it, I think. I just have a few armor pieces I'm trying to get. They got that DLC coming soon, I believe, with the new monster and some other new stuff in it. So I will jump back in. I believe it's the Devil Joe is the name of the monster. So once that's released, which I think is soon, I'm not 100% sure, I'm going to be back in that Monster Hunter. Tom Evans, fan of Bakugo? Get out of here, man. I hate Bakugo so much. I like seeing him fight. Everything else about him, so fucking annoying. So annoying. And in the anime, when he's yelling all the time, almost as bad as Black Clover. No joke. I had this conversation with my brother and my cousin in a group text, and I had mentioned, or my brother, I believe, really likes Bakugo, and I had just been thinking how annoying he has been in more recent episodes. And my brother said, yeah, I just wish he wasn't yelling as much. I text back, yeah, dude, almost as bad as Black Clover. Then my cousin texts, I'm glad you said it too. Something like that. All three of us can't stand listening to Bakugo scream all the fucking time. Take a chill pill, bro. Take a chill pill. Pickle Dick monster hype? What? You're crazy, Fran. Would you watch Chapter Black like Sensui? No. I can't handle that shit. I also get very lightheaded when I see real gross stuff. Not in movies and things like that, but broken bones. Seeing a video of a skateboarder who messes up and then his arm snaps and it goes the other way. I can't look at that stuff. Gets me a little lightheaded. Blood and stuff doesn't really. But it makes me nauseous, and it reminds me of my own mortality, which is depressing. I don't want to look at that stuff. I would never watch Chapter Black. Do you think Gyro is on the boat? I do not. I think he is somewhere in Meteor City, and I think we will maybe get a little side arc on him. I sure hope so. People are harsh on Oda, in my opinion. He has the best work rate in manga. Yeah, I mean, the dude's killing it. He's created this epic adventure. The problem is that he has set up so many things that, I mean, it's a similar case to Hunter x Hunter, where Togashi has set up so many things that we want to see that not a lot of people, or there are a lot of people that aren't really interested in this arc because of it. They want to see, when they see walls of dialogue, they're upset. I'm loving it with Hunter x Hunter, but with One Piece, the stakes aren't as high, I feel like, as well. Like, there's never an arc where I feel like the main cast is in true danger of death or consequence, or I haven't felt that in a long time. Pretty much since, what was it? Before the time skip, pretty much. So after the time skip, I've never felt like any of them was in true danger of like dying or just like, I don't know, really any consequences. So that's one problem I have with One Piece. But because it's weekly and he's making, an arc last a year or two, it's like, come on, man. We want to see the other Yonko. Show me the other Yonko. And the fucking editor promises that, oh, we're going to get to the next arc, we're going to get to the, what is it, the Wano arc or whatever? The samurai people? We're going to get to that arc in 2017. And we're still in Whole Cake Island in 2018. So they made promises that they couldn't fulfill, and people are just ready for this arc to be over. So, I mean, the other problem is that there's so many people that are part of the crew now that you can't really have an arc that follows all of them that is going to have good pacing. They're going to be all over the place and jumping from one to the other, just all over the place. And I'm just tired of them always running. Like, I know that's a meme now, but it's just like every arc is them chasing after something or running away from something. And I was so excited for the arc with, what is the arc called? Guys, I'm a very forgetful person. This is why it takes me forever to do chapter reactions, but the last arc with Don Flamingo, right? When there was a tournament, I was like, oh shit, One Piece tournament arc. And that tournament was awful. Okay, not awful, but it introduced a ton of characters. There was not enough of the One Piece or of the Straw Hat crew fighting in that tournament. And I just really didn't care that much about all those characters. I eventually grew to like them, but in the actual tournament, I mean, it was also a much different style tournament than we're used to in Shonen Battle. But, yeah. I was super excited for that tournament and then super let down. Overall, though, I like my One Piece. I enjoy One Piece. I still read it weekly. Occasionally, I take a break for like 2 or 3 weeks and then I catch up. But overall, I'm still enjoying it. It's just that, I've seen how great it can be, and it's been so long since it has reached those heights. Water 7, you know what I mean? Enies Lobby, I loved Thriller Bark. I don't know how the community feels overall about Thriller Bark. I loved Thriller Bark. And it introduced some of my favorite characters. It's got Perona up here. Ugh. Look at this beauty. Okay, I love my One Piece. Let me give you an up close. Totes adorbs, all right? Now I can't get her to stay up. She's definitely going to fall over. All right, we're good. Who? So that's my One Piece rant. Best anime / manga arc. Chimera Ant arc. No question. Honestly, if I wasn't getting so many comments back in the day of people asking me if I was going to cover more things besides the Chimera Ant arc, because I did like 3 videos in a row about the Chimera Ant arc, and this was when I was first getting started as a Hunter x Hunter YouTuber, and I had just finished my first round of chapter reactions, and then I did my Gone and Meadowem video, top 10 things you didn't notice in the Chimera Ant arc video. Oh, before that I did my Kite theory video, and then I did a Morel theory video. So 4 videos in a row that had to do with characters or themes and stuff in the Chimera in the Chimera Ant arc. And people started asking me, "Are you going to cover other arcs?" So I thought I kind of had to do that, and that's when I started doing the Shinyu series and what the hell else did I do? I don't remember. I think that's the only other like unique kind of video that I've done. Oh, I did the Kurapika video, you know, and I'm trying to branch out a little bit, but honestly, I can continue doing videos on the Chimera Ant arc, and I wish that I did. So I'm not really worried too much anymore about my reach and, you know, like thinking, oh, I need to cover other anime or other manga if I want to branch out and grow my channel. Like, I'm never going to be an anime YouTuber because I don't watch enough anime, is the honest truth. The only thing I'm watching this season is the Junji Ito stuff, and I don't even care about it that much. I'm like interested in the concepts. And then Overlord Season 2. And I still watch Dragon Ball Super, which only has 2 episodes left. And I don't care that much about Dragon Ball Super. So that's it. That's all I'm watching. I barely watched anything last season. Like, I just recently watched Made in Abyss. Like, I don't keep up with anime as much as everybody else. Sometimes I go and I binge stuff. Recently, I've just been revisiting old stuff I've already watched and loved, and finding new appreciation for it. So there may be times where I do a one-off video of another anime eventually, but I'm not sure if I'll ever be as passionate about another anime or manga as I am about Hunter x Hunter. And the Chimera Ant arc, there's still ideas I have. The Gon and Meadowem thing, I could do that with other characters. And I intend to as well. There's at least one pairing that I want to do. It won't be as like crazy as the Gon and Meadowem video, but it'll be more about their ideals and how they fluctuate. But anyways, you asked me best anime / manga arc, and that is the Chimera Ant arc. Also keep in mind, I don't read a ton of manga. I have watched a lot of anime, so you can go look at my myanimelist.net account, is Tales of Nerdia. So I've seen like 150 shows or something like that. But I know compared to a lot of people nowadays, that's not a lot. But over the past like 2 years, I have been watching some things every season, but not a ton of stuff. I usually pick like 1 or 2 of the most popular from a season, and I'll watch that. Rough estimate of how many illegitimate children Nasubi has. I mean, based on his Nen Beast, dude loves titties, you know? But I actually would say not that many, just because the three people that we're seeing here, we only see one illegitimate daughter. We see his illegitimate half-brother, so not one of his siblings. And then we have Brocco Lee, and we don't know who or how he is related to the family. We just know that he is somehow illegitimate based on the scars on his face. So maybe a few more. Probably a few more. But not a ton. I would say not a ton. When is the next Shinyu? I don't know. I did read through Greed Island because I base Shinyu off the manga, not the anime. And I did read through Greed Island, and there was not a ton of stuff in there that I wanted to touch on. There is some stuff I wanted to touch on, but I think to make it a worthwhile video, I would go from Greed Island into the Chimera Ant arc in a single video, and the Chimera Ant arc is going to take me a long time. So I don't have an estimate on that. It's also not the very next edited video that I want to do that isn't a chapter reaction. So Shinyu will happen eventually. Shinyu's been going on for a year. Over a year. I think the first Shinyu was January 2017. But it's just not the next thing that I want to do. So I have no idea. Ooh, I see some Hajime no Ippo fans. I am also a fan of that Hajime no Ippo. Sweatsuit Sama. I thought Gyro was reincarnated as Meruem. Where was he during the arc? What's he up to? He was not reincarnated as Meruem. It was very weird how they did it in the anime, but in the manga, basically, he was taken to the queen, he was eaten, he was reborn as his own chimera ant, but he retained all of his memories and his own will, and he was very unique among the chimera ants. And he immediately left and headed toward what was said was that he headed toward Meteor City. And at one point, when Gon and Killua were in that town where they were training with Bisque, and they were fighting Knuckle and Shoot, during that time period, Gyro had been in that town and was traveling through that town. So that kind of gives you your time period of when he left the nest. But yes, he was taken to the queen, eaten, reborn as his own chimera ant, and then left because he completely retained his will and his memories and personality. And that's explained in the manga pretty well. The little bird panel on page 13 is of a cuckoo bird. They plant its eggs in other birds' nests and trick them to raise their young, killing the legitimate bird heir. Oh. I mean, I was joking when it's just like, oh, a big bird's yelling at a little bird. I assumed there was more going on there, but I definitely didn't know that. That's interesting. I mean, I see the little bird has something in its mouth. Man, this page is dope. Chimera Ant Arc Part 2, War of Meteor City. Let's go. Fuck yeah. I'm with you, Discus System. Do you think Gyro could be connected to Periston's plans with the ants that Jing mentioned? No, I don't think so. I mean, I don't see... I at one point I thought that Gyro may have joined the Phantom Troop in order to gain power and start over again with the intention of becoming the leader. But, like, I don't see him answering to anyone else. I see him slowly gaining a following. So he's going to somehow try to do that in Meteor City. And now's a good time because the Phantom Troop are not in Meteor City. Anyways, guys, I know I wasn't online as long as last time, but I'm going to jump over to some Overwatch with my bro. Well, let me see if he's on real quick. Let me just see if they're still playing, because if they're not, I'm just going to chill with you guys for a while. Yeah, they're playing. All right. I'm going to jump off. Let me answer these last two questions, or this last question. What are some of your favorite shows? Hajime no Ippo. GTO, Great Teacher Onizuka. Samurai 7 is up there. I probably rated it too high. Haven't seen it in a while, but I really like that. Mushishi, Natsume Yujincho, a.k.a. Natsume's Book of Friends. Death Note's up there. Like, I love Naruto. I think the final arc was shit. I thought the final arc was, like, straight up terrible. The Ninja War. But, like, all the way up to that, beautiful. Love Naruto. I link to my Mal account, I think, in most of my videos. So you can see my Mal account and organize it and see, like, what I've rated a lot of stuff. Oh, we got some Samurai 7 fans in here. That's nice. But, yeah, those are some that, like, off the top of my head. But anyways, guys, woo! I'm out of here. I hope you enjoyed the chapter reaction. Video coming probably on Sunday. We'll see. I don't like to make promises. You know, as I said, life's been very, very crazy recently. But I'm not going to work on it tomorrow. I got to go get my hair cut. I might go get my oil changed. Definitely got to get a car wash because I could barely see through my front windshield. And my windshield wipers need to be replaced. God dang. Got a lot of stuff to do. But anyways, I'm going to aim for Sunday. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for hanging out on the stream. I'm having a real good time doing these streams. I mean, like, this has been the most fun for me on the channel in a long time. Sometimes, you know, the chapter reactions could feel like a little bit of work, but these streams give me life, all right? So thank you, guys. Appreciate you sticking around, and I will see you very soon. Take care. Bye.